Guys, we have really awful news. The rumors are true. Tracie from Love After Lockup has passed away. It's just really unfortunate, very sad. If you haven't heard the rumors, Tracie from Love After Lockup, she was with Clint. She was debatably one of the, most popular people from Love After Lockup. Very famous. She had hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. There was a rumor that came out that she passed away, and sadly, it is actually true. She passed on July 1st, just a few days ago, and it's even more sad because she just had her baby on June 25th, days before. So it just breaks my heart. I hate even saying this. I wasn't going to talk on it because the cause of her death hasn't been announced. It likely won't be announced. No one really knows what's going on, so there's not much to say. It's just a very sad, unfortunate situation. She was fun to watch on Love After Lockup. It breaks my heart, especially now with a new baby, and she already has a son, and I just hate even, I don't know, this just really sucks, you guys. So the cause of the death hasn't been announced, likely won't. I don't even want to get into that. The only thing I'm going to share and read to you guys right now is one of her very close friends, Lily, did make a statement. She said this right there. Said that she was a good person, and she was kind, and she loved her fans, and she loved having her fans love her. She loved it, and her family is, I'm sure, heartbroken. There's nothing else to say except rest in peace, Tracie, and you were loved. You were a good person, and I will miss you a lot. So yeah, guys, Tracie, Love After Lockup. It just breaks my heart. Oh, I hate being this sad. I hate this really is unfortunate. So Tracie, let's put out the good vibes, good energy for her family, her children, everything. It's just really unfortunate situation. But now let's try to turn up the positive energy a little bit and talk about what went down on the last episode of Love After Lockup, because we did just see an episode and it was shockingly pretty good. We got to see a couple things. Number one, we got to see Deonte and Nicole, and finally these two actually have officially met, and oh my god, was it awkward and cringy and just not good. Here is the deal. Deonte is pretty nice guy. He's like a real nice guy. He bought a bunch of stuff for Nicole. He's not a bad looking guy by any means. So I'm watching this going, dude, what is wrong with you? When he bought all this crap, like not only did he buy her stuff, he would just like flat out gave her, cash. Like he wasn't even just buying stuff. He literally, I think he gave her it was maybe $1,000. Okay, so he's getting her a ton of money, ton of stuff. She gets out, they hug, she's calling him, her baby and all this stuff, and that he's in love with her and all this amazing stuff. Then he goes and he pulls up to her mom's house, and this guy's like ready. He's ready to meet the mom. He's ready to go. And I kind of figured, you know what? Maybe meeting parents, maybe that should take a little bit of time. Maybe they should wait just a little bit. The thing I'm going to say is this guy's given her so much money. They have talked for, I want to say, 1.5 years. They've been together for a while, not really in person, and they're using these words like, my hubby and my babe. So it's like, you know what? 1.5 years? Yeah, he probably should meet your mom. I would say at least. I don't think it's that bad or big of a deal, but he pulls up and she's just like, you are not coming in. So he was just like, okay. And then also, she didn't want to go to his place. She didn't want to have any, romantic time at all. And he was really upset because he's literally been waiting for her. So I can't really decide if he really, loves her or if he just wants, the good old romantic stuff. It probably is mainly just the romantic side because he didn't know her. They were just messaging online. But either way, he seems like a nice guy. It's just like, oh my god, she's using you. To make matters worse, we did get to see Nicole, go back to her mom's house. She took a shower, cleaned up, she freshened up, and she started texting on her phone that Deonte bought for her a man, and she was talking about, having some time with him. And when I saw that, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So this girl is clearly 110% using him. Now, she claimed that she didn't want to hang out with just him being Deonte, because she's been away for so many years and she still kind of gets anxiety and she wants to get to know him. And I believed that at first. But let me tell you something. If you were to read the messages she was sending him, the other guy, oh, no, that was not true. So yeah, Nicole, she's a liar. I can't stand her. And Deonte, I kind of feel bad for her, but also I'm kind of like, dude, are you a complete sucker? Or what is wrong with you? So I don't know. More on them, though, later. Now I want to talk about another couple or guy. Maybe just another guy. And his name is Stan. So Stan is with Lisa. Lisa is still in jail. And Lisa, we just found out, is now married. Okay, great. Not to one guy, but to potentially two. I don't even know this story. It was so bizarre. Apparently, Lisa married a man. And this just makes no sense. She married a guy. They got her divorce. Then she ended up marrying another guy. Then she realized the first divorce might not have gone through completely. So I just don't know. How do you find these people? And the Lisa thing doesn't shock me. Her track record just sounds insane. The thing that shocks me is Stan. The funniest thing with this Stan guy that I can't help but just put a big smile on my face and laugh is this Stan guy acts like he wants her for love and he's in love with her. Okay, but then he's also turning around and having locker room talk with his old buddies. So we all know why Stan is here, and it's just so it's so funny. He's running around telling all these locker room stories, if you know what I mean. And same thing. I just can't help but laugh. So now Lisa, if you don't already know, she's in jail. She's getting out, but the hilarious thing is she has a haircut like mine. She has like a literal, probably a buzz cut, and it looks real like mine. And she told Stan, she goes, listen, okay, my haircut is short. She got in a fight or something. She had to get her hair cut off. She goes, I look like my brother. And yeah, so what do you think, Stan? You could just see Stan was like, oh, that's okay. But no, we got to see in a sneak peek, and she was not kidding. Her hair is about this short. And I could be wrong. Maybe Stan wants to be with her for the right reasons and whatnot, but I can almost guarantee you guys that when he sees her, he's going to be completely just, not interested, because he already went and spent like $1,300 on wigs. So yeah, Stan, no, complete crap. I don't believe a word from this guy. I think he wants her just for one thing and one thing only, and we all know what I'm talking about. So Stan and Lisa, and the other thing too is like Lisa's baggage. Dude, Stan kept telling all his friends like Dash and all these other guys weird names, and he was telling them, hey, he has this girl, then that girl, and the other girl. And it's like, okay, if you have all these women trying to date you, Stan, why are you with Lisa, a person that is likely married to like 2 different people, and why are you with her? So to me, he's just talking out of his you-know-what. He's full of crap, and I think he's a nicer-ish guy, maybe, but I also think the guy's kind of just a complete moron. So I kind of think the whole short hair thing, nothing against her having short hair, but you could just see Stan was kind of thrown off, not into it, and I kind of think it's complete karma. And then there was Courtney and Josh. Now, a real quick refresher on them. Courtney was working in the jail. Josh was in jail. They started to kind of get together. One thing led to another. She ended up going to jail because you cannot date inmates. And then she lost a job. Okay, now he's out there happy. And, it doesn't happen often on this show, probably for obvious reasons, because drama sells. We all know that. That's the truth. Drama really does sell. But every once in a while, I'll watch Love After Lockup and I'll see a real couple that is madly in love, and that's how I feel about Courtney and Josh. Josh, I could be wrong, but man, this guy seems nice and just like a real nice guy, and he appreciates her, and he's in love with her, and she's in love with him. Now, they have weird things going on in the background, I will say, because I saw a sneak peek of one of their friends talking about the two of them, and the friend was like, listen, this is like a tornado meets a hurricane. It's not going to be good. So maybe I'll be changing this comment in a couple weeks, but for now, he seems like he appreciates her. He wants to get a job. He wants to pay her back. He wants to help her. She was saying that they have a very natural connection. They're happy together. She made a mistake, and it didn't look bad. It definitely didn't look like, it didn't look like they were going to like, Outback Steakhouse, which is my favorite place in the world. It looked like it was okay. And I probably sound like a complete jerk. I'm not trying to sound like a complete jerk, but the steak, it looked pretty average. And when he was eating, I was like, oh my God, it did not look bad, but it did not look like it was like an Outback, sirloin or something. And he just goes, this is the best thing I've ever had. Like, he was just like, he loved every single second of it. And he was just so appreciative, and he was so nice and such a nice guy. And she seemed like she's so into him. So I don't know where this couple's going to go, but they seem in love. I love these two. Of course, he's going to have to leave, though, so that's kind of weird, because he's quarantining with her for 14 days. Then he has to go do, like, his parole or whatever it is somewhere else. So kind of weird. I don't know how that might play into the relationship. We got to see them. Then we got to see Brittany and Ray. Kind of interesting as well. Okay, Brittany, apparently, I don't know what she does for work. She, might not have a job, but apparently her family, very well off. They do very well. They're a very wealthy family. And so she was nervous to tell, her mom and dad. She was basically saying this. Her mom and dad wants her to marry an attorney or a doctor or, typical, that kind of whole thing. A real nice job kind of thing. And Ray is in jail. So obviously they were not very happy, but the karma thing kind of came because Brittany is, Ray's coming out, and Brittany wants to go pick up Ray, which they've been talking for 8 months, so it might be a little soon, but whatever, they want, she's interested, whatever. So she ends up going to Ray's house, his family's house, to, I guess, get into a car to go pick up Ray. And she pulls up, and it's a beautiful house. I don't know if I'd say it's bigger than hers, or her parents', but it was a very nice house. And I just kind of, once again, I just sat there and go, oh, That's funny, because she was kind of acting like she's above Ray because he's in jail and he's probably not making any money. Obviously, he's not making any money at all. And I feel like she was kind of acting like, you know, her and her family's above Ray. Then she pulls up at Ray's family's house and it's like, their house might be bigger than yours. So that was kind of hilarious. She goes in, Ray's parents, real nice people. You know, of course, it was their first time ever meeting them, so a little bit awkward, but they seemed like real nice people, and they had legitimate questions that they were saying, you know, behind her back, kind of. The only thing that was really sad was they go there, and I think it was Ray's grandma. Wasn't Ray's mom, I think it was Ray's grandmother. Her question was just, hey, you know, you're a beautiful lady. Why are you trying to go to a jail to meet a guy? But you know, the story is that Brittany met him on social media and he just happened to be in jail. So that is kind of to Brittany's defense, but I do agree with the grandma to some degree. It's like, you are a beautiful woman. What are you going searching in jail to meet a man? Kind of weird. But, yeah, you know, they're gonna go pick the guy up. They get there, and then, of course, typical Love After Lockup fashion, what do you guys think happens? The episode ends, we don't see what happens, and then we gotta see a little bit of a sneak peek that it appears that Ray gets bussed off somewhere else, and they don't see him. What'll likely happen is the bus will probably drive about 2 feet, and then turn around, and Ray will get out, likely. Because typically in Love After Lockup, they have all these stupid cliffhangers, and then this happened, and that happened, but usually nothing ever ends up happening. And last but not least, we saw Rachel and Doug, and I'll keep them real quick. I have a couple things I want to say. Number one, they're from Michigan, so woohoo! That was cool to see because I'm originally from there. Number two, okay, I don't like these two as a couple. I'm actually like really getting kind of freaked out. Oh yeah, this is really very, very weird. Number one, Rachel used to be, you know, she used to date another guy. I think it was just dating another guy that was also in jail before Doug. That to me kind of is strange. Like, what are you doing searching for these guys? That's the first thing. Second thing, Doug, I don't know. Everyone has a past. Everyone's made mistakes, so I don't want to harp too much, but his attitude on a lot of different things kind of just, like, didn't sit right with me, and I feel like he had a really, like, you know, mean, ornery, angry attitude, and I'm kind of like, how is this going to work in a real-life relationship? Like, it just seems like they are together for not the right reasons, not for the long haul, if you know what I mean? And it just kind of gets weird because it's like she's been taking care of his kid. I feel bad. I feel so bad for his kid. Like, can't even explain how bad I feel for this kid, you guys. Like, this is just sucks. Like, I just, like, can't even, I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Like, I really feel bad for this kid because, you know, I mean, he's, like, 12 now, I think, and his dad is, you know, Lord knows where, and with that kind of attitude that he has, he's probably gonna be going back to jail very soon. So it's weird. He got out. She got him some baloney. He had a very pessimistic, ornery, angry attitude. I was not a fan of it. And just from the little bit I saw of them, I feel like their relationship is going to be god-awful, and they will likely not make it very long. Well, guys, that's all we got to see on Love After Lockup. We are still missing one, possibly two couples, I think, that we have not yet seen. You know me, this is my favorite show ever. So this will, let me rephrase it. This would be my favorite show ever if it was number one, 2 hours, and number two, if there was less cliffhangers. Well, guys, also just want to say, you know, I don't know. I feel awful about this Tracie thing. It's really sad. It's life. It sucks. I don't even know what to say. You guys, it's just really unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I have nothing else I can say. It's sad. If I hear anything else, I'll let you guys know. I have not heard any other word. It's just, I don't even like even talking about it because it's just, you know, it's one thing for me to stand here and talk about the drama and this and, you know, Stan and Lisa and, you know what I mean, the stupid drama, the fun drama, the drama where it's like, it doesn't really matter. But Tracie passing away, you know, that's serious stuff. And, you know, I don't, you know, it's just a bummer. She has kids. And, yeah, it's just a really sad situation. So, guys, put out your good energy, put out your good vibes. Really just a bummer, very sad. And, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If anything else comes out, we'll let y'all know. Please hit that like button, hit the comments below, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.